Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Last one. Come on, finish. Yeah! Keep one! Let's go! Boom! Yeah! Let's go! Last one! Boom! 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 Oh! Yep! Yeah! Ah! Let's go. Let's go, one more! Yeah! Let's go, last one. Five. Three. Two. Three. Four. Let's go. Come on, last one. Finish. Come on, five more. Let's go. Come on, last one. Come on, finish these. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Last one. I just wrapped up a really good speed bench day today, and then I hit some arms. More importantly, hitting the triceps after speed bench. You'll see in the video, the speed bench was a very lightweight, what I consider a lighter weight for me. And I completed 5 sets of 5 with no more than a 45-second rest in between sets. So really pushing through that speed work on the bench. So that felt really, really good. And then from there, the overall goal and emphasis of today, yes, I did hit biceps, but was triceps. As I continue to stress in many of my videos, especially during this power building split for me, and from my experience as a competitive power lifter, I cannot express the importance, I cannot express enough the importance of making sure that you strengthen your triceps and hit your triceps with different variations. So today, I really hit the triceps hard today. You'll see the variations in the video. After speed bench, I went into a close grip bench, and I was thinking I was hitting between like 8 to 10 reps there with chains. So that was really pushing myself for close grip just to strengthen those triceps. And then from there, definitely take a look at this variation. So today, I did a variation. It was a JM press variation in the rack. And you'll see that. So the JM press, the bar was set on the pins, the safety pins in the rack. And then from there, I'm performing a JM press type movement right down to the pins. The momentum kind of stops there. Rest just a little bit, just a tad. And then power up through. So pushing through that really to work on my tricep strength and explosive strength for my triceps. So I really like that variation. It's been a little while since I've done that. And since I'm kind of in this power building split, this training split, I figured I'd throw those in. From there, I went into an old school French press on the military bench. And then it was time to hit some biceps just to kind of round things off. So I did some barbell curls, did some double hammer dumbbell curls, and then finished up the workout with a plated curl, which I really like as a finisher. So overall, just a solid day. But definitely take a look at this workout. It's a great one for anybody that's looking to, again, kind of this power building. If you're still in that bodybuilding world, it's still a great workout. If you're looking to build some explosive and speed strength specific to powerlifting, this is a great workout in my eyes for anybody to do in that realm. Yes, obviously, I did 6 sets of everything after the speed bench. So again, you can figure that out, your set and rep range for that. I would definitely say 4 to 6 sets and rep ranges anywhere between, let's say, 8 upwards to 15 or so, depending on how you feel and what you have going on for the workout. So either way, take a look at this one. It's definitely a good one. So I'm going to jump into the questions and comments, and more specifically, I'm going to hit the comments that have come in that have questions. Now, I filtered this, so I don't know how good YouTube does it in filtering just the questions, but let's just run through these, and I'll stop myself if I've already hit these yesterday, if I already hit one of your questions yesterday. So let's jump into the first one here. Got one from XS High End. Just says, hey boss, can I email you somehow? absolutely. If you look on the YouTube channel, up in the description, my Gmail account, bloodandguts2.0@gmail.com is up there. Please feel free to email me. I do have to get a little bit better at getting into that email and responding, but I definitely will do my best. So definitely check that out. Got another one here coming from nsun61. Just says, Dorian Yates used the expression blood and guts, but what you're doing has nothing to do with the training that Dorian did. A bit confusing. Why do you use that expression? Well, first and foremost, obviously, it's blood and guts 2.0. And then second to that, blood and guts is a pretty universal term for any kind of athlete, competitive athlete, power lifters, bodybuilders. I mean, I've heard the term blood and guts way beyond Dorian Yates. A lot of people, again, when they hear that term, and what I think is really great to bring out because of this question, is they associate that term blood and guts specifically with bodybuilding. Blood and guts to me really is literally the blood and guts. Like, it is the internal drive, the internal being. That to me means more than just some kind of universal term of, you know, everybody, like almost like the layman or common use, or that use being so much socially acceptable. Blood and guts to me has a much more deep meaning to it. And really for me, as I've said in many of my videos, this training for me is no different to me than breathing. Like, this is what I do. This is internally in me. This is the blood, the guts, the sweat, the tears. Again, not trying to turn this into some kind of socially acceptable term that goes on t-shirts. This truly, to me, it is what I am. This is what I do. This is what I have this is what I love to do. Like, this to me is no different than breathing. I love to do this. And again, I think with this channel, as I continue to push, especially through the 245 days of no days off, is that this is much more than bodybuilding. If you read the description on the channel, this is beyond bodybuilding. This is literally for all those that have a true love and passion, that hardcore old school style of straight up barbell plates, dumbbells, old school pig iron, literally just embedded in you, like literally who you are. This is what you do no matter what. You're not looking for a paycheck. You're not looking for a sponsorship. You're not looking for some contract. You're not doing this because it pays your bills. You do this because you absolutely love to do this. It's internally in you. It's the blood and guts of you, right? So again, this is a lot different than the Dorian Yates, and you nailed it. You're absolutely correct. So you saw it. You saw the fact that this has nothing to do with Dorian Yates, and you're absolutely correct. This is all about much more than that. Again, I'm going to stop ranting. I love the question. I'm so glad you pointed that out because you absolutely nailed it. You are correct. This is so much different than the blood and guts common socially acceptable term that goes on t-shirts, the Dorian Yates Blood and Guts Volume 2 5 series, whatever the hell that was. This is beyond all of that. This is for the 99.9% of us out there that aren't looking for a contract, that don't care about stepping on stage, that could care less about symmetry, proportions, what they look like, how they look, what other people view of them, how they lift, all that kind of stuff. This is for people that literally love to do this. This channel is full of people that have been doing this for 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 years. That are still grinding, that built home gyms, that may be going to their old school gym that they grew up at, that have took a closet in their house and put a couple dumbbells and a barbell in and are doing it, have a bench press in their living room. Like, these are for the people that literally live to do this. They breathe to do this. So again, this is beyond all of that. This is beyond Dorian Yates, Blood and Guts. Again, Blood and Guts 2.0. What we're here to do is to show the people that this is more than just some show. This is more than just trying to impress some subjective line of judges who may think you look one way one day and then totally different the next day, and then you got 5 people subjectively judging you. This is beyond all of that. This is not about Mr. Olympia. This is not about some sponsorship or some, retail or sale or marketing or promotion. This is far beyond all of that. And again, you nailed it when you hit it in your question here. So I love that, appreciate it, and shout out to you for that. So got on a little bit of a rant, but we're rolling this morning. Let's jump into the next one here. Got another one here from Michael P9K6K. Just says, does it make sense to you to deadlift 2 times per week once on back day to really try and get that rowing and grip strength going, and once on leg day, more geared toward getting the squat strength and back of the leg strength development. Think of the possibilities when deadlifting on something like Tuesday for back, and then legs Friday or something. And clearly you got the really emphasized rowing also. So as far as deadlifting, I'm going to kind of keep this simple and short as it pertains to what I'm currently doing, and then more specifically to, again, powerlifting and strength training. So I definitely think you can deadlift twice a week. Again, I would suggest that one of those deadlift sessions is dedicated to dynamic and speed work. So you're using a percentage, a very low or somewhat lower percentage of your max effort deadlift, and you're performing some dynamic work. So you're doing 5 sets of 5, 8 sets of 3, 10 sets of 2, 12 sets of 3. And again, your rest period in between is less than a minute, and you're flying through that, working on explosion, technique, and all that kind of stuff. And then when you deadlift on your max effort deadlift day, yes, hit deadlifts, 1 to 3 rep maxes, but include variations on those deadlift days. You don't want to constantly do the same max effort deadlift all the time. So don't deadlift off the floor all the time. Do deficit deadlifts, do rack pulls, do off the floor, add chains, add bands, add different variations through that rotation just to keep the body guessing and recovering really well on those days as well, or from them lifts. So that's my kind of first initial feedback to that question, Mike, but great question. Shout out to you for that. Got another one here from XS High End, just says, how does he handle the soreness, boss? I want to start my son soon. Just wondering how he deals with it. So again, he gets a little sore, but I think, again, being so young, he's recovering really fast. I'm not pushing a really lot of volume on him. So I think it's just, part of the recovery process and kind of really slowly building up. Yes, I did push him a little bit on Monday with some heavier rack pulls. But nonetheless, I think recovery for him is just keep the volume relatively low. And then also just constantly watch his movements throughout the workout. And then obviously make sure staying well hydrated, eating fairly decent. I know kids, again, my son is not the cleanest eater, and then making sure they get some good sleep. And I think it can be pretty simply broken down like that. But great question. Shout out to you for that. Another one here. Let's see here. So this was from Combat Critiques. I hit this question yesterday about how much rest you take in between sets. Let's see here. Again, another one that I hit yesterday from Dansky about what time I go to bed. Let's see. Here's one from Combat Critique that I don't think I hit. How much do you weigh? I get this question quite a bit. Right now I'm 230 pounds. So that may vary, 234 at night after all the feeding and fluid intake, and then, right back down, the morning weight being right around 230, maybe under sometimes. But let's just say 230. Another one here from, let's see here. Do you wake up the house? This is from Edward Scissors. It just says, do you wake up the house with all that metal clanging? I think I might have hit this already. No, the house sleeps pretty good. They're pretty used to it. I have not heard any complaining. But nonetheless, I'm pretty isolated down here in the dungeon, so I think the sound doesn't carry too well. So great question. Here's another one from Shane Allison 216. Just says, do you work your legs? Absolutely. I don't consider them specific leg days. I consider them leg/lower days. So a lot of my leg/lower days will be squats and deadlifts, hitting hamstrings, glutes. More importantly, on those days, love emphasizing lower back. So good mornings, posterior chain work, all that kind of stuff. So I don't have like a bodybuilding leg day, so to speak. But either way, great question. Let's see here. Another question around rationale behind waking up and doing workouts at 2 a.m. This is from, let's see here, Levi Granger 5383. Again, just curious on this question. He says about, again, my sleep. I operate really well on about 5 hours of sleep. I try to get in bed about 9 o'clock, and I sleep the best I can, anywhere from 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Definitely trying to get into bed before 9. So again, 5 hours usually works really well for me. And I'm up like anywhere between like 1:30, 1:45. The internal clock clicks, and I'm kind of up and ready to go. So I usually beat my alarm clock, which is set for 2 a.m. So shout out to that. Appreciate that. Got another one here from, let's see here, Bloth NDR Bear. And we're going to end on this one, guys. I got to get rolling. Just says, bro, is it hard being built like a Ninja Turtle? I want that struggle. I have got this comment before, is being built like a Ninja Turtle. Maybe it's just because of my traps and kind of the way that I've deadlifted. Just my body is formed, what it's going to form from the training. Again, I don't have the best genetics. I have horrible leg genetics. Obviously, I'm not the widest person. It's just who I am. And again, that's as I always say, we're going to end on this. Let the training build whatever physique it's going to be. As I mentioned in the rant a little bit, this is not about building the perfect physique. This is about training, getting rid of all that mental visual of what you're supposed to look like or what people think of you, and just let the training form who you are. As I always say, if you put 400 pounds on your back, you put 500 pounds on your back, if you're deadlifting 700 pounds, if you're pushing your benches, you're pushing your dumbbells, you're going to form a body that looks like you train, and that should be the overall goal. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll see you guys for the next workout.